Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. So, as per usual, I would like to begin by doing some dungeons, getting our roulettes out of the way. I've noticed that we now have this new level 50, 60, 70, 80 dungeons roulette, which apparently only was unlocked when I got some of those level 50 dungeons open. So hey, we might want to, start leveling one of our off classes up beyond 50. I can see doing that. But let's get our thaumaturge moving up. And they're still 29, so they have nothing else to do at the moment, right? Yeah. I did spend a little bit of time between parts. I know I try not to do that, but I was watching a movie. And while I was watching the movie, I decided to farm, maybe a few thousand apples. And then I went ahead and just raised our culinarian up a bit. So our culinarian is not that much further behind than it used to be. But we're not going to do the quest for them yet. We'll do their quest later. It was actually very boring. I was watching the movie and I just let just spent an hour and a half or so running between 4.4 trees collecting apples. Anyway, there's a quest over here. What is that? Oh, I remember. That's like the that's the seasonal thing, I think. Well, we're number 50 on the list. We don't really have a lot to do. We're really close to being level 30 though. So let's just go to level 30 and then we'll do hunts while we wait. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe we're going to start leveling our Dragoon up to 60. I don't really intend to do any of the questing on the way to 60 as my Dragoon. Like, that's not my intent, at least. We'll see. But I would love to spend more of it on the three new classes that were introduced during Heaven's Word. Why is that highlighted? The spell is highlighted. 10% chance after each tick that the next thunder spell of any grade will add its full damage over time amount to its initial damage, have no cast time, and cost no mana. So basically, while you're dotting somebody up, you can dot them again, and it will just do their full damage. Okay, that's something new. We didn't have that before. Was that a new trait you picked up? You got Thundercloud. Okay. And I don't have my bird out. So yeah, I have an awful lot of apple juice at the moment. Just a stack of 900 food. Got us like 8 or 9 levels of culinarian. 33 in line. Alright, so let's just try this. So it's just a big zap. There we go. Do we have any hunts nearby? Yeah, that's close. And the toads. So I haven't been able to see yet whether doing this leaves the existing dot up there, or refreshes it, or consumes it. I'm assuming that it consumes it, but I'm not sure. We need to get lucky and get a proc early. The people in the game are gonna in the dungeon will laugh at us because we're a thaumaturge, not a black mage. Idiot Sprout doesn't know enough to go and get his crystal, his job crystal. Ah well, the indignity of it. Alright, there we go. So it refreshed the dot. Okay. So that makes me think that probably the way it works is that it consumes the it deals the remaining dot damage and then refreshes it. Maybe, I don't know. So like it's the remaining dot of the existing dot, not the new one. Either way, it's pretty cool. Adds a bit of complexity to the class. Alright. What else do we need? Upper Lenoskia. Outer. Ninth in line. There sure are a lot of them. Just kind of sitting there. Not you. It's tempting just to AoE, but I think we would not survive it. Did I keep on streaming in from right and left? It's weird. Third in line. Hoping we can finish this fate. They just keep on streaming in them. First in line. Come on, we can finish this. Oh, I hit the sprite. There we go. Where are we? Copper Bell. I think this is only our third time here. Who's our tank? Guru? You are. It's an interesting outfit that person has there. The healer. Very angelic. Lightning the lightning sprite. Don't question it. It works. Oh, I haven't learned that yet. I wonder why I was having trouble doing that. think we can pass on everything here. Sorry if I'm being a little quiet. I often am in dungeons. It's hard to stay focused. If I had, if this game had similar add-ons to WoW, I would definitely have a big indicator of how much mana I have in the middle of the screen, like all the time. Kind of like on Arcane Mage. But this game doesn't support add-ons. Which, in a way, is good. It means that developers are not constantly fighting with the add-on community to make things more complicated. Oh, I'm the leader of the group. Wow. Should I be doing some leading? Maybe cheer on? Oh, I don't have my limit break on the bar. Hopefully someone else does. Edna's on top of it. Okay. Let's finish the fates here. We'll be 32 then. Oh, that hit me? Okay. There's a real delay between when you're, you know, caught and when the actual damage comes out. It makes you, complacent. Oops. So, interesting. That applied the dot, even though... I wonder if it did more damage, too. I don't know. Might need someone to explain that mechanic to me. But it clearly seems like it's always, you know, a good thing to do. Just I'm not sure in what way it is good, always. Like how good. Oh, I should queue up for a guild test. No effect. We waited too long. And there we go. Da 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 bum. I still think Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind is one of the best movies. Like, if I were to say, what is a movie that everybody should see? You should see Nausicaa. Or Nausicaa. It's just really good. Great messaging, all that sort of things. We have quests here. Oh, right. These are the high-level quests that we just unlocked. Probably another beast tribe. Where are these plasmoids? Are they all the way down here at the hermit hut? Nope. Iron Lake. So I'm completely in the wrong spot. We're number 2 on the list, so probably won't have time to actually do anything. And yeah, they're gonna yell at me again for not being the appropriate class for my level. Like the people in the last group, they were so mean about it. The shame I felt. It was unendurable. This place is a horrible mess. It's clearly not where I'm supposed to be. These are the friendly ones, I guess. Ah. Do we have to hit the thing? I guess. I get the fire elemental to spawn. There. Now we need to get some fire sprites. By casting fire on them. Don't question, it works. And use it on the herbs. Yay! Let's back up a little bit, man. There you go. well into 32 now. We'll go ahead and... Well, I'm looking for those plasmoids. Like, while we're here, I should get them. I'm just not seeing them. I know what they are, but maybe they're like only in one specific area. Maybe they don't come out when it's raining. It can't be this high. These enemies are too high level for him. Grenades. There's supposed to be an Iron Lake, though. I'm just at a loss for where. There's probably like one little ridge that has like 20 of them. We've seen the plasmoids do that before. Even these are 41. Alright, well never mind. We'll deal with this later. So I wanted to try switching to our Dragoon. And then queuing for this roulette. It'll take us to a dungeon we haven't already seen. But that's okay. We got some time to kill before we are in the thing. So I'm still looking around. But I think I might... I might have read it wrong or something. Now, we don't have hunt logs beyond level... the first 5 ranks. There's no like level 60 or level 50 to 60 hunts. So, nothing really to fall back on. Really, we can't progress our characters beyond level 50, seriously, except through this roulette. Only level... All of our stuff is level 50 content that we have access to. We need to progress our MSQ more. And I don't want to do it on this character. So, bit at a loss for what to do. Here's the plasmoids. Well, now we know where they are. Next time we'll be able to come right there and get them. God, let's see if I can remember how to play this. Excuse me, this class. I think it's fine. I gotta admit, I'm still really tired. I just, I've been a bit down, not quite on top of things this past couple days. Never mind. Well, I think I'm just gonna, pause and then I'll wait until this queue pops. So, be right back. Shouldn't be long now. I grabbed a drink and such. This game has some pretty scenes. Like, look at this little waterfall. Reminds me of Guild Wars 2. I remember a big part of Guild Wars 2 was just traveling around a zone looking for these cinematic vistas. And whenever you find one, it was like when you're like an Assassin's Creed synchronizing an area, it would play some music and it would do a big panoramic of the scene, and it would always be something interesting. An old ruin, some sort of natural wonder, that kind of thing. I thought it was a great little exploration reward. Well, I mean, you didn't have to search to find it. You had to search to get to it. Often they were like in hard to reach areas. So it's a good combination of exploration and achievement, perhaps. First in line. So this will be a new dungeon. We unlocked several a couple days ago, and haven't traversed through any of them. And those were the only ones that are eligible for this queue. So it should be something new. Hopefully we don't screw up too badly. It is taking quite a while. We're well overestimate. So that was interesting. We were hearing this music, and we went over here, and it went away, right? But then we went back, the music resumed in place. Like, it didn't start over from a new spot. It actually continued at the same location where we left. As if it, well, not the exact same location. As if we had been hearing it the entire time. Kind of makes me wonder if when you zone into somewhere, what it really does is starts up all the music in the zone that could be playing, and then just mutes all of it except for where you are. Maybe. I don't know. So that themes can slide into each other. I can see it being a thing. They do clever things with music these days. Maybe people don't do these queues anymore. Or maybe people are queuing up for the higher level dungeons, and so the roulette is preferentially filling the 70 level 60 stuff instead of me, what I'm doing. All depends on how it works. Next time I'll just wait to unpause until we actually get the queue. I thought waiting until we were in second in line would be good enough. Wow, yeah, this is taking a long time. It was 13 minutes when we got into slot 2. And they haven't formed a group in the past 4 minutes. 5 minutes. 6 minutes. Like one of those giant hand monsters. Da, 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 da. Dum dee dum. Dum dee dum. Well, if this is gonna routinely take 20 minutes just to queue up for this this leveling quest, I don't know if we're gonna do it. Maybe we'll just wait. Alfie's already here waiting for us. I was like, what is he doing here? God, I feel like it could be... Okay. I'll unpause it when it actually pops. There we go. Finally, it took another 5 minutes. The Wanderer's Palace. Hey, I need those. I need a Tomberry. But I guess we're not going to fight him. This guy is aggressively pulling. Wow. I need 8 tomberries? Interesting. Wonder what the deal with this dude is. It feels good to be able to run these instances with all my abilities, you know? I'm so used to losing stuff when we switch to a dungeon. At least other people know how the dungeon works. So this is a dancer we're DPSing with. They've got some cool moves. Hey, I need these too. Perfect. Hopefully we end up killing those guys. Oof, I can't see a thing. Too bright. Ow. What do I do with this guy? Just ignore him, I guess? So we're using a lot of lantern oil to de-rust devices. I guess that's what we're doing. I'm gonna watch it. Oops. I didn't mean to try to comfort him. That makes me look kind of noobish. Am I supposed to be killing these guys? Everyone's already gone. We didn't get that much XP, actually. Hmm. I thought we might be closer to 52, or even at 52. Maybe there's a restriction on your ability to level until you actually progress. Well, let's get that going then. So, back to my bard. Something ended up in our inventory. This. Mercenaries acting. So our armory chest for hats is full. Yep. And for chest pieces. Nobody's using this anymore. Get rid of it. Our pants are full also. I need to have a Marauder day so that we can be certain that our Marauder's up to like level 30 also, that I can delete everything below level 30. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. Alright. Hey, have you seen Minfilias' mom? Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Makote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's bane, I mean, yay, what brings you to my humble resort? Philomen? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Egad, woman, if I'd known that, I would have changed her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh my. Oh, for shame, to think she now plies her trade for the riffraff, off to the west, or wherever she said she was going. A tragedy, I say. A tragedy. Thank you, Master Gigaruju. Off to the west. There are any number of places she could be. I'll begin by searching the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge. Travel on to Wineport and do the same. Chain her to your bedpost. My. You better be appreciative of this, man. I've done so much for you. If it isn't Yea, the savior of Wineport, to what do I owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises. Interfering with tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. You want to know if I've seen a Makote lass by the name of Philomen? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too long. Excepting yourself, of course. Shamani Lomani, the guy with the best name. Shamani Lomani. I see you've had a great many grand adventures since last we spoke. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago. One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully, and then east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent. If you make haste, you may yet find her. Okay. So... that's the first bridge. This is the second bridge. And then turn east. Hello. I'm in your debt, stranger. Did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I... fill them in? I don't... It says it. I can see it. It's in your name tag right there. Don't deny it. Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say, Asilla, is looking for you. Asilia? You're the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude this was by design. The question is why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions. Some of them want to chain you to a bedpost. You'll be pleased to know I fully intended to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. That does please me more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of west of Lanoskia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. You imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilias' heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Okay, this is clearly a Makote. Minfilia is a human. You're very confused, man. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let's be off with the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It'd be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Oh, nice. They just teleported me here. Okay. Antecedent, you have a guest. Lamin? Asilia. I haven't seen her like this in years. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I can think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue as you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Salsetia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Ye. I could not have made it without her. Thank you. Thank you both. There is something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamigan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It's clear that there is much I do not know, about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. I like mining. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there, I'm at a loss. Why are you returning it to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing's amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You succeeded where I failed. Made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think at that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Cecilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Come in. You built it once, Cecilia. You can build it again. And this time we'll do it together. Truly. Alphina, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesian. Preparations begin at once. Alright, moving on. Laying the foundation. It's all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild's representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would never have been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. With construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it would seem certain the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, essential tasks such as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, recruiting adventurers would prove difficult if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters antecedent. Really, Alphinoid, if I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, I submit you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphinoid, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in highest regard. We'd be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must need to be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does? Madam, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Ye, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slaffborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you'll favor us with your presence again ere long. It would seem your reputation precedes you, Ye. Maybe I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you've earned yourself a rest. You've traveled so far, there's already so much you've done for us, and for me. We'll speak again anon. Till then, take care. Were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the solar. Alpha Node has returned, and it seems there is something he would share with us. Awkward transition. But I guess they had to send us away so that we could be called back and have something happen in the meantime. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordana, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plan, and they have each pledged their full support, General Raban included. I have decided the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy, and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that's wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It's my hope this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in so doing, I would show them it's a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they'll be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask for the men to teach me the basics of mining too. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Often know what I mean? It was almost predictable he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I'd expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would ask you to deliver these documents to Staffborn. They concern our forthcoming move. You take care on the road. Represent us well, you. Alright. Finally getting out of here. Look at all these quests in here. Da, 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 da. I was told to expect a scion, but didn't expect it to be you. It's been too long. You have something for me, yes? Here, some sealed documents. Everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would there be a dozen more like you? Since we don't, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. Magnet Technical Difficulties, level 50 quest from Slathborn. A visitor is waiting for you in the workshop, a friend of Sid. Realizing your preoccupation with other matters of import, I suggested you wait at the seventh heaven until your arrival, but she refuses to leave. You have a very brash client on your hands, friend. Speak with Jessie. Are you ready to go inside? I fear waiting will only make her more irritable. Hello? So you're Miss Tao Ren, eh? Took you long enough. The name's Jessie, Deputy President of Garland Ironworks. Don't look too impressed now. In truth, I'm nothing more than an engineer, but thanks to you, filling Master Garland's head with them damn fool ideas of heroism and saving the realm, there's no one else around to fill his golden breeches. We've been busting our collective arses on these orders from Highwind Skyways, and are still only scraping by. The real problem is with Master Garland gone. Productivity's dropped like the knickers on a stone's throw strumpet. My goodness. The company will be in deep if if something isn't done. And that's why I'm here. Sure, our machinists have made their fair share of chronometers and plasma lamps, but we need something grand. Something that'll have clients on their knees literally begging us to take all their sparkling gil. I want you to show me the Magitech armor you borrowed from our friends, the Guardians. I reckon there's a lot we can learn from that Reaper, and after all you've done to distract Master Garland, I'd say you owe us that much and more. I keep it in my mount pouch with my chocobo and unicorn. This is amazing. Do you even know what you have here? Listen to that cerulean engine. I've never heard anything so sweet. And the servo mechanism should be... Wait, a mammoth core? Why didn't I think of that? They're so easy to come by. Mass production would be as easy as stealing candy from a baby. Or cores from a mammoth. But what in the seven bloody hells have you done to the cannon's poor convergence modulator? Burnt it out firing victory rounds for slaying some family of rabid squirrels, no doubt. It's a wonder the whole suit isn't a steaming pile of molten slag. Such a waste. What in the Belger's name are you looking at? You need something to fix your prying eyes on. Try the wall. Any road, I can't bear to see such a fine piece of work in such a sorry state. I'll patch her up as best I can, but you'll need to gather the parts needed for the job. Think of it as one of them adventurers you seem so keen on. A whole bunch of things. Eyes on me, I ain't done with you yet. Unless you know whereabouts of one might stumble across a spare converter, oscillator, and cannon barrel. No, I don't think so. Now here's a hint. It rhymes with Castrum Sentry. You see, Guardian-made technology is what we're after, and I can't think of a better place to find some. Off you go now. Okay. Let's do this first. There's like so many quests there, it's a little overwhelming. So I'm literally looking for storage crates. Simple enough. Somewhere around here. There it is. I gotta admit, I don't like this effect that we see all the time here. It's kind of ugly. It looks like there's a bunch of force fields all over the place, but it's supposed to be like foggy. Da 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 da. Let me guess, you've lost, no broken, no traded for magical beans, the parts we need. I wish. Cut me impressed. I was half expecting the worst, and got, well, less than the worst. Don't get all giddy on me now. You're still not off the hook for stealing away Master Garland. But I'll admit, I'm beginning to see why he might feel the need to latch himself onto an adventurer, like you might a stray pup. Alright, let's see if we can salvage this mess of a masterpiece. I think that's it. Both Magitech and photon cannons should be functional. That said, I'm no guardian. There's no third eye hidden up under these lovely locks, and there's a great deal I don't know about their machina. I can't guarantee the cannons won't misfire, but then again, misfire is better than no fire, eh? Even so, I wouldn't recommend using the weaponry in actual battle. Speaking of fire, it's high time I got back to the ironworks. Patching up those cannons has given me a few ideas. You take good care of their armor, or you'll have me to answer for too. Your Magitech armor's Magitech and photon cannons are now operational. They can be accessed via the pet hotbar when riding your mount. Please note these weapons do not employ lethal force, so will have no effect in combat. So just cosmetic, I guess. Alright. Back to the work of a dozen men, I see. Ah, but I jest. Even I can appreciate an important woman such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. Since you're here, maybe you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. Make it a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Is that you, Ye? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania. It would appear our aid is required at once. Please report back to the Waking Sands. Everything alright? Can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. No worries, you can rest assured I'll see to all your necessary arrangements. Return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Alright, back to Waking Sands. I almost thought we were out of this place. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to the conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is amiss. Could it be the Ixal of summoning Garuda again? Or maybe Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Whatever it is, I'm certain it's nothing you can't handle. Go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. Hello. How she has grown since last we spoke. Puts me to shame with her accomplishments. The nerve of some petitioners, engaging us as if we were a band of common mercenaries. That's pride speaking, Alfie. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, yea. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth to my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Oriander says, the readings bear strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I'd hoped the Mughals guard beyond such follies. Suffice to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence has been requested by Commander Hello. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Hasten to Gridania, yea. Ida and Papalimo will rendezvous with you. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Alright. Pay the Gridania tax. As we always do. A pleasure to see you as always, Yang. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. A level 70 weapon coffer. Wow. I think I'll open that one. Well, actually, what do I got? I have a level 55 weapon. You don't want to switch to it? It's item level 70, but its physical damage is less than this one. 58 versus 53. 20 dexterity versus 15 dexterity. And this does have materia slots, but the lower damage. Well, that's a shame. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Kopp visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seeds here. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire 12s would if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, who would have you reprise your role in your dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Kopp himself. He awaits you at the lowest stand. Excuse me. Please. Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Kopp. Can you not see she hasn't the faintest idea of what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive this witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Yang, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you're doubtless eager to know that wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Kopp has brought us news of a most unsettling development. Good King Moogle Mog the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot for sure if he is a genuine figure from history, or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed the time had come to leave. The realm of man would suffice, so all the Moogles should live there instead. The two realms were so far apart we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do. He had our rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he notably held while his subjects climbed all the way down. And that's how we Moogles came to this land. All of us, except for good King Moggle Mog the 12th. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens, so that Mugbelheim might alas know peace. Except he's not remaining in the heavens. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem lies in the fact that he was summoned. It's our belief that good King Mog the XII is a myth made manifest, via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of muggles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard, and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought to the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Muggles Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Muggles Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mog the XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Muggles in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief he poses a threat, not only to Mugglekind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, yea, confront good King Mog the XII, and drive him from our midst. Humbly I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Muggles Guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother E. Suliyan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. He's gonna pretend like he doesn't know I'm like already a white mage, isn't he? Hey dude, remember me? I helped Sylphie. We all had a great time together, right? Remember that? Welcome, yea, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mog the XII is of great comfort, to me and to the elementals both. Hey, you kinda did acknowledge it. As I'm sure you know, the Muggles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it's likely that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you're ready to seek the king. We're getting more blue. One night in Ampador. We just cleared Ampador, didn't we? We are like to need your courage, eh? The woods are... No, we did something else. We did... I don't remember the name of it. I speak to you in the name of the 3 Seed Seers, the eldest, Cani Senna, you will already know is the guardian of our fair land. I know the 2 siblings. I'm a white mage, just like them. It's the younger of this pair, A. Rune Senna, who hears the voice of the elementals, with greatest clarity. What he's heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings we have traced to the lost city of Ampdor in the South Shroud. The city once throve in the fullness of magic during the Fifth Astral Era, but it was sealed in the wake of its demise. The Twelve's Wood has been out of balance since the calamity. So riotous has its aspect become that the seal was severely weakened. When this happened, the forests surrounding the city began to wither and die. We would enjoin you to investigate the cause. I must confess this is a task for the Twin Adder, normally, but we do not live in normal times. The company is spread thin, and you are stout with success. Go to Rhea Osena at Camp Tranquil. Alright. The wards barring access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. The self-same method employed 5 years ago, when first the King was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, we've been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplokop confided in me he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moggul's Guard themselves. Wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Moggul's might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplokop's keystones. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. So, how will you do it? Oh, he told you about that. If there's truly no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Mikote? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. You're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kinsmuggles, he plots treason against the crown. Kuplokop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who dare defy the will of good King Moggul Mog XII. May he reign forevermore. The king is planning to purge the Twelve's Wood of his enemies. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the bramble patch. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Moggul's Guard has traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them. You'll need to protect me. Escort him to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he'll return. Interesting. An actual escort quest. You want me to go first? Okay. I'm going the wrong way. It's less escort and more, lead. It's not very far though. They're ignoring me and only hitting the Koopa, the Moogle. I didn't even see there's one behind. Oh, we're almost there. Probably one more big fight. Or not. Raise your hand and focus like when you attune to an aetherite. I've opened the way for you. The rest is up to you, Koopa. Go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Alright, so we got a dungeon. And it's not NPCable. You have to actually queue up for it. Or it's not a dungeon, it's a trial. So hopefully it'll be quick. Wait time 8 minutes. Let's see if we can go. I turn in that other one, the Ampador Camp Twilight. Or Camp Tranquil, not Camp Twilight. Ah, what am I saying? Here they are. I think this is the same place I turned in White Mage Quest 2. A white mage come to help get to the bottom of this noisome business. Brother Isumi Yan hasn't told you much, has he? Discretion is the better part of his valor. Aside from Ampador Keep, the city is all that remains of an advanced magical civilization from the 5th Astral Era. No records survive of how the city met its end, but the elementals tell us it was always undone by what the Great One calls an unclean presence. I fear what my brother senses is this very thing. Its satanness drained away after so many centuries. If it hungers for another city just like its thirst. I'll take it from here, sister. Manners, Arun. You've spoken of this. Yea, you've met my younger brother, Arun Senna. You'll have to excuse him, horse-born lout that he is at times. My sister paints me as a bumbling rustic, but I assure you I'm nothing of the sort. I'm simply attuned to something greater. Which brings us to that darkness stirring in Ampador behind the barrier. Something has kindled there, and daily it grows. And how distrait the elements are, I have not seen the like of it. They show me what feels like awakening and nightmares. I fear this calls for a more prosaic sensing than that of my rare gift. Some disaster slouches towards us. Might you discover the source of these dark visions and nip it in the bud? You are our best hope, yea. Surely you can find the will to journey to Ampador. You'll find a wood whaler by the name of Alphine keeping vigil. Don't worry about returning here to tell us your findings. The elementals will keep us surprised. No, it's right over here. Just another level 50 dungeon. This one's in a tree. The Seed Seers have sent word of your coming. You're bold indeed to willingly glimpse into the darkness. The lost city festers more and more by the day, and they say you're to lance the boil, eh? Beyond this gate lies a land out of balance, its earth aspect sapped by the calamity. You best be prepared before proceeding further. Rotten wrong, that's what you'll see. Creatures run mad, tormented by hooked burrs that clutch and burrow. Well, good luck with that. No doubt you'll prevail, being favored of the Seed Seekers and all. Fight well. Just another dungeon unlocked. Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom before our queue pops. Be right back. I'll pause it for you guys. Here we go. It was actually faster than it said it was going to be. Oh, I love the music. Why am I tanking? Not sure if I should be AoE. I have a thing over my head. Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? That probably was a bad thing. Alright. That sounded like This Is Halloween. This is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. From Nightmare Before Christmas. Do I need it? I guess. You did it, Kupo! You did it! Good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggle's guard when you did. Thank you, Ye. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured, the chieftain will have choice words for them, too. Go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more. He's with Rayo at Camp Tranquil, and can relay the news to the chieftain. It was an interesting little thing. I do not know whether I should have been AoEing or not. Like, they had focus markers out, but I don't know. Were we actually trying to avoid AoE is the question. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moogle Mog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Mooglekind owes you a debt. Ah, and I sense Rhea O wishes to congratulate you as well. I'll let the two of you speak. Your bravery in service to the Twelves Wood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Return to the Lotus Stand. Treat her to a full account of the day's events. Back to Gridania. You are returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Donated. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Oh, I'm tired. It is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. Doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains, through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their faith, the Moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. When slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. But I didn't get like a little crystal to put in my circle. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means Ascians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. They said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all, how many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Yang. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that's transpired. Back yet again to the Waking Sands. So my impression was that was a content patch. From, you know, the whole being sent out to, from Minfilia to the Gridania, that new boss fight, and then being sent back, that was like the thing to do for a month. It's good to see you hale and healthy, eh? I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you had felled good King Mogomog the 12th. May he ever up. But I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not come at a better time. My thanks, ye. Okay, and I think this will probably be the next patch, perhaps. You know, a month or two later. But I think I'm going to stop. You can hear me yawning. I'm just exhausted. We'll go ahead and come back and finish this up next time. So thank you everyone for watching. Until tomorrow.